Big up everybody for tuning in. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Now, it has been confirmed that 2 prominent members of the PNP have switched their allegiances. Yeah, switched over to the JLP. And some people are saying, with some talk being made about things that the PNP plan to spend some portion of their budget should they win the general election on. Some people are saying them thing them not agree with. Now, Tufton is also confirming the story that we have all heard. But may I ask you the question, do you believe that if certain prominent members of the PNP switch allegiances and now are a member of the JLP, does that mean that the JLP will definitely win the next general election? Now, as I say, Tufton confirmed the story that we have all heard, but now we are hearing from him himself. Let me hear what go on, and then we will continue the reason. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
While I was in the car, he said to me, oh, hold on, you look like one of the ministers there, you know. He said, I'm Minister of Health. And he said,
I'm done, though.
The issue is how you resolve this, because there's a investigation clearly that has to be triggered into it. I took a position that I wanted to avoid as much of that aspect of it as possible. I mean, he's a young man and I'm alive. I hope the lessons are learned and would have been learned then. And I didn't want to do anything to damage his career and his future, but still wanted him to understand that, you know, if there are lessons to be learned, we should all learn those lessons. Put it that way. I've done many procedures within the public health system. I mean, my unfortunate riding incident
Valiant.
took me to the university. I can laugh about it now. It wasn't so funny when it happened. Took me to the university hospital and I did surgery and restored. I have a titanium plate. Titanium plate. I broke my leg, broke my hand.
No.
And if it weren't for my helmet, I probably would have broke my neck too.
It was that serious? I thought it was only a hand.
No. Broke my leg and my hand.
All right.
Right over the car.
All right, we'll veer off a little now. Let's talk more about that situation and the incident that happened.
Yeah.
So you were cycling like, was early morning?
Early morning. I'm an early morning guy.
Take us through the incident.
And this morning I went on my own. I mean, against better advice, but I like my own company.
Okay.
No, I don't care. You know, I like my own company. Put it that way. So I go out this morning and was on the way back, and then a car was coming up. Car took a turn. I was coming down, and the collision took place because the way it turned and I was coming down. So I was literally on the car, and it just flipped over.
Wow.
Helmet crack, and then I found myself on the ground and tried to move one of the leg and couldn't move.
Wow.
So anyway, in fairness, I was placed in the car and I gave some directions because I was coherent enough to the hospital.
Who placed you in the car?
The driver.
Lo and behold. By the way, did you know who it was? Like, did you?
You know, it's interesting. I don't think Valiant would probably not have a problem with my saying it. But at first, I wasn't. I didn't know. Right. All I knew is that the thing hit me and the man came out of the car. This person and said, "I don't want to tell you what he said, but it was colorful, right?
Words.
It alarm, you know, it alarm.
Yeah.
And I said, boss, you have to carry me go to the doctor, the hospital. He said, where the hospital there? So I said, that way. He was frightened. He was frightened.
So your knowledge was intoxicated.
I was anything right now. I can't know that.
Yeah,
I mean, in
yeah,
fairness, you'd have to do a breathalyzer. But you know, I mean, everybody have an opinion. I'm entitled to mine too, but it will be quiet at this point.
Yeah.
So I was put in the car, and while I was in the car, he said to me, "But hold on, you look like one of the ministers there, you know." He said, "I'm Minister of Health." And he said,
I'm done, though. I'm gonna be thrown out.
Anyway, so there was a bigger exclamation because I suspect he became, and it's natural.
Yeah.
It's natural. And then he told me who he was. And you know, can I tell you something? I don't know for good or bad. I was actually thinking a month or so before of booking him for one of my summer street dance I have in my constituency in St. Catherine West Central.
Look at that.
So while I carry me go to the hospital, I say, hold on, you know something I think about booking you for one of his street dance.
I mean, you must load up. They must load up for dubs now for this upcoming election
Right?
season.
No, not really, not really.
You have to perform every event.
You know what? I should have actually done this hire you as my manager. I probably would not get through all of that.
This now.
I probably would not get that. Anyway, the long and short of it, we went to the hospital and the doctors were good. The system worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody says
Who
because you're health and
Who
wellness.
paid for that? What, you paid for that or he paid for that? What?
Interesting question. I have insurance, put it that way. And up to this point, is my insurance that has paid. Up to this point. And I got the team, they looked at it, did the x-rays. But can I give you a good part of the story?
Sure.
If there is such a thing as good in an incident like this. The doctors said to me, Minister, and the other decent team, you know, we did all your vitals and you are a fit man. You can go to surgery right away.
Nice.
Yeah.
You feel good.
Yeah, my confidence level was kind of, you know, we started to give it thumbs up.
Maybe stuff has worked.
We said that walking around, it was a good thing. And by 3-4 hours, I was in surgery.
Wow.
They had to wait on a piece, the stuff to put in.
Yeah.
And then I said to them, you know, listen, I don't want to be put to sleep. I want to be fully conscious of the surgery.
Really?
There are two teams, one working on the head, one working on the hand, one on the.
Why?
And they did a procedure that numbed the area.
Oh.
And I listened to everything they said for about 2 or 3 hours probably. And all I could remember, what is most memorable to me is that while they were doing something with the bone, here one of the doctor said, man, the man, your bone tough, man. And the other man said, you know, you're so tough that you did.
You are a West.
Hey, this is what every man wants a girlfriend.
So I was successful, and I have to pick up the doctors there because they did a really good job.
Yeah.
Still recovering because the leg
Still.
not functional as no, you know, after you get to a certain age, it's easy for you.
Yeah.
You know, but so I'm still doing some physio and trying to regain the muscle in that part of the leg.
Really,
But
that bad.
it
No,
was-
yeah, like the media really just, minister
sustain,
hand injury.
I'm like,
yeah,
that's all?
yeah.
So wait,
So it was at
when
UE?
Yeah, I did the surgery at UE.
when was this picture taken?
That was taken
before or post
while I think it was after the surgery.
Okay.
After the surgery.
Whose idea was it?
Well, you know, boy, I tell you, it was. You're bringing back some memories, you know, but you know, there's a lot of lessons in it. I think there was a little. Put it this way, there was some concern that, given the nature of what happened,
And
in terms
who it happened to.
who it happened to shouldn't matter, because if it happened to anybody, the rules apply and should apply. And I'm a big believer in that. But clearly, I would have brought more publicity to this situation.
The two parties involved.
The two parties actually, and you know, the issue is how you resolve this, because there's a investigation clearly that has to be triggered into it. I took a position that I wanted to avoid as much of that aspect of it as possible. I mean, he's a young man and I'm alive. I hope the lessons are learned and would have been learned then. And I didn't want to do anything to damage his career and his future, but still wanted him to understand that, you know, if there are lessons to be learned, we should all learn those lessons, put it that way, right? And hence the kind of public display that some people felt and suggested.
Yeah.
And I obliged.
I see.
We have been good to do. But yeah, it's one of my famous experiences. put it that way.
Did you help him out with him outstanding traffic ticket?
Why you love that? Hold on, you turn lawyer for me now. I didn't even know that this program was a legal program.
Like him answer, like, because you know them that road him license through the system and that they come up to him.
Listen, I wish him all the best. I hope he does well, and I hope that this doesn't happen to anybody else. Put it that way.
The lesson learned here: don't ride your bike so early.
Well, I don't know if that's the lesson learned. I have to take up for the bike.
Now, of course, some people say just because of Valiant no, or just because Valiant was a permanent member of society, maybe why. You know? The minister did not react in a different type of way. And some people still believe, say, because he is a minister, why he was put above other people and rushed into surgery. You must say because he did fit, and they must say it seemed like he never need for wait. Some people say that's just an explanation. But tell me what you think about the fact that prominent members of the PNP plan for switch or have switched, and some more plan to do the same. Tell me if you believe that this will mean that the JLP are going to win. There's no way. If there are certain communities and constituencies loyal to certain individuals, if those individuals switch, to another party and convince their constituents that what you know, the other party is best. To do all the things that we want in the community, they would help us do it and achieve the goals we set out as a people. Then maybe constituents would, while voting for him and seeing that he's now a member of a different party, vote for a different party. Now some people say the loyalist mentality on the Jamaican island would not allow for that. Some people say they have seen many individuals who switch from one party to the next, but their constituency did not switch with them. Their constituency remained a stronghold for the political party that they were once a part of. And all the political party do is send a different representative to that constituency. Now, some people also, they have said there have been scenarios where some people have also switched allegiances along with their representative. So we don't know. We don't know if this might be a scenario where individuals who feel like this MP is the best MP that their constituency or their, wherever they live, district or wherever, has ever seen, and then believe, say, all right, if him decides, say, yo, this person or this party is best to lead, then we will support him and his vision. Talk to me. You believe that I want to scenario them? Or you believe, say, because of the loyalist mentality, Jamaicans would never switch allegiance just because of a representative? Because for many constituents and even councillors and MPs, for the constituency are the places. Remember, you have a whole heap of veteran politicians. But for the others who forward into politics, especially the ones that move forward in after they had different careers, the constituencies where them are run now, some of those constituencies have been supporting the party that they are a part of long before them were even a part of the party. As I say, some places that some people switch or retire from politics and the party does send a representative to the area. So if you as a representative of the being sent by the party to the area to represent the party, so the constituency already support the party. You go down there now, you're the MP for a couple of years, and you decide say you want to switch. You feel like them people are switching you? Them people are not going to switch you. You come see them and support a party. And the party where them support send you, they don't really know you from nowhere. You don't grow up down there. Enough MPs and councillors who are MPs and councillors for certain constituencies, they never grew up there. Some of them did it long enough and do business in the area where them eventually know people, form relationships with people. But they not grow up there. Enough of them place there say the party where them say long before them MP they come there. So we don't know. It might be a scenario where it might be a close election as to what we are seeing. Because we'll have the confidence within the Labour Party or supporters of the Labour Party have. We still don't hear them call the general election. And while we hear the PNP as they call it now, look, we see people are switched from the party. So, how do we really tell? So you tell me what you think. And of course, if you're new to the channel, as a pass through, click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon, and of course put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Now, until the reason again, my sentiments for you and yours that want to live, love, and prosper, and also want to stay tuned